Welcome back everyone, Drake-Hawkins here, and this is time for some more Oxygen Not Included. I guess this is going to be Season 3, since they've come up with a very big new content patch called the Thermal Upgrade. This was released to the, the beta opt-in option, the beta branch opt-in option. This is version 210489. You can check down below for the links to both the game and the FAQs for it and everything. We're going to go ahead and start a new settlement here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it here, have a look for a few a decent mix of duplicants to start with, shuffle a few things, and get them all named up and get us set and into the the first start of the game and see what we've got for a world generator here. Okay, here we go. We've got the start of our crew here. We've got Henry Hudson here, the level 7 runner. He's got good creativity, athletics, digging, and a bit of tinkering. He's yokel, so he won't do any researching, but that's okay. Alexander McKenzie, our level 10 scientist, is going to do all the digging. One concern is that his decor is pretty high at 25, and actually David Thompson here is also pretty decently high at 15. Alexander here won't do any cooking, but we're going to leave that up to David. He is going to be the construction, creativity, and cooking. It seems like all of them ended up with creativity, but only one of them is going to be able to research. But that's alright, he's got 10 points in it. So off we go into our new village, Nuevo Kanata, and see what we've got here. Blink alert! Your crew has awoken miles beneath the surface of an unfriendly terrestrial body. Oddly, you have no recollection of how you got here. It might be best to start digging. Okay, here's our fancy little three peoples, Alexander, Henry, and David here. We have, if you haven't played this before, do go check out the series. They'll be listed below, Season 1 and Season 2. A lot of the stuff I'm going to be kind of skimming through. Let's see what we've got for a start position. Looks pretty promising at the moment, actually. What's going on over here? Polluted oxygen and oxygen and polluted oxygen. It's a big chamber on the right there, very vertical. What's this over here? Vacuum, some oxygen here, another nice oxygen spot. These oxalates are going to fill things up nicely. We also have a good amount of sand in here for filtration medium. Some dirt to get our growing going. Nice, a big hunk of algae in here. I like it, with some oxalate bars tucked in there. We got a few plants to start our seeds out with, and a decent stock of water. There seems to be more water down here. A little lacking in the water to make me comfortable. Polluted water up top. I think this will have to do. Lots of metal over here with the copper. Not a lot right in our immediate vicinity, so we will have to intentionally go for some of that to get our electrical stuff going. So I guess first step here is to decide where we're going to run our... whether we're going to go vertical or up or down, I think. And I think initially we're going to go across here and then possibly put some storage stuff on this next level down, and then go up from there. So let's see how this works out. Hitting G for our dig command. We're going to go ahead and jump right through there, and we're going to jump right through there to about here. What is this stuff? Granite. Excellent. So let them get to work. We are going to be doing a little bit of a fast-forward version on things here. You've seen all the initial stuff pretty frequently by this point, I'm sure. Switch to tiles, grab sandstone, and apparently it doesn't want me to have priority options. Why is that? Oops, controls, right. Tiles. No, there we go. Now we can do priorities. If you ever pop this up and it doesn't give you the priority bar there, just go ahead and close it again, because it will bring it up again for you. No problems. Where are we putting our ladder? Well, I kind of tend to like them to be in the middle, so I think we'll do this, and we'll put a... Are we going to put a 3 wide? See, that ladder's going to drop us right down into water, which is okay. We can clear out some of this space. Yeah, sounds good. Alright, so keep them going. Oh, no. Verticals, we are going to go with my typical is 3 wide. And I go like this, and then we go like this. And then we're going to just dig out that space in the middle. Wonderful. Good fun. And we're going to actually dig out those until we've got gas permeable tiles. The oxalate's going to keep us going for a while if we can power through some of this digging early on and get things rolling. I think our decor, for decor reasons, we're going to put our beds right up in here for the first 3, and then we'll put the outhouse over this way. And tuck these right in close. If you look at the initial decor layout, you get, probably should have left some space there. You get enough space to do some, I wonder if I can bed in here. You get enough space to do basically like 2 on one side and 1 on the other. I should have remembered that. In order to, you know, come within the proximity of the initial pod. It's not going to let me put that in there, is it? I think for now we'll cut that out and we'll put the bed in there. Because I really want to not deal with the negative decor issues until we've got them solved. Diggity dig 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 diggy diggy hole. Let's make that happen, and not you. There you go. We can't make you a priority, Alexander. That would be just nonsense. There we go, and it caught in there. Alright, now let's prioritize all those up so we get those things done. First cycle, it's very important, it's very important to get your beds in and an outhouse. You don't have to do much more than that other than digging, really, in the first episode, but you definitely want to tend to that immediately, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, it is the right thing to do, so do it! And actually, we're going to go right up to here. And we're going to go right up top to here. So, basically just throw in the infrastructure that's going to be essential for us to get things rolling. I'm just going to leave them to do their thing. No need for too much of the prioritizing at this point. We'll let the oxalate take care of things for us. We've got a spot up here that's going to fill. We got a little bit of a cavity down here that as they start to produce CO2, we'll start to dump down in there. I guess we'll go ahead and put in the rest of the ladder to let them connect down to about here. Let's go right to the water level and put in a... no, that's fine. They'll be able to stand on the ladder. So that's pushed through cycle 1. They're all sleeping now in this nice green decor area, so that should attend to any... Yeah, total decor is 45, 35... Total decor there. Ooh, minus 13, huh? Well, we'll clean up the rubble a little bit. So that'll give them the option to really not get really cranky off the first 8 to 10 days, hopefully. You know what? Before I bury this, I'm going to actually dig these out. Like that. Oh, hey, got in the way. Oh, dinner time. Everybody's going to have some grub. So, if you would like, throw in the comments below what you think of our naming plans for this episode, what they are, and what's going on there. That would be, I'd be interested to see if people can catch on, how quick people catch on to what's going on with that. You were supposed to be dug out. Why did you not dig out? That doesn't make no sense. Again, we're going to dig out the middle piece because it's useless. Fortunately, our ladders don't have to stand on anything. You can just build hovering buildings in this game, which is kind of nice. And we're going to skip that spot. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That'll do. Okay, then we want to come over here, and we want, as soon as those structures are built, we want to come over here and put top priority cleanup on that floor and on everything there, and then we want to get rid of this random piece of dirt that fell. And that's going to happen probably fairly frequently. Let's clean this up while it's here, because it's going to just fall in the water if we don't. So there's an issue that I had last time. Yeah, okay, I've had this issue before where you click the first one on all and it doesn't work, so that's interesting. Just note that it's known, it's an issue that I've run into before. Hopefully they fix it, but little things. There's much bigger fish to fry. Alright, clean up, clean up, clean up. Clean up, clean up, clean up. Build, build, come on. So they're prioritizing the cleanup, which I'm pretty happy with. Duplicate temperature. Your duplicates keep their cool. This is one of the new features for this patch, the new content. The duplicates actually have issues with temperature. They can get too hot or too cold. Environments that are extremely hot or cold will affect your duplicate's internal body temperature and cause stress. The thermal comfort overlay, F4, will allow, so that's a new one, totally new, will allow you to view all areas the duplicates cannot regulate their temperature. Will view all areas where duplicates cannot regulate their temperature and will become uncomfortable. Let's have a look at the thermal overlay. Okay, so thermal comfort, body heat. Okay, so their body heat drops pretty quickly when they're in water. Doesn't look like anything else is particularly bad right now, but alright, that's cool, that's good to know. New content, hoorah. The other thing we're going to run into, let's have a look, there we go. Oh, see what's going on over here? Snow, snow, snow. This is actually colder temperatured ground, and then as you come in here, like this sandstone is 23, snow is minus 13, we got drop temperatures, look at the temperatures down here, they're pretty cool. What else we got? Let's see the thermal, the temperature overlay. So this is a very cold biome. We get minus 28, sounds like home. We got positive 36 is over here, sounds like home in the summer. Yeah, lots and lots of heat up to the top, and lots of cold spots down here. This is the new ice biome, so you actually get ice that will form, and you can play with it in a good way and a bad way. It's gonna, sometimes if you do it wrong, mess with it wrong, you're gonna freeze out your stuff, freeze out your duplicates and the plants and all sorts of things. So diggity diggity dig dig dig, keep it digging. Alright, let's put in the flooring we're gonna need for everything along this side. Yep, over to here. Excellent. And let's go ahead and do the same thing along here. And then dig out some of these tiles. See, this is an interesting plant. I don't think that's ever going to be able to grow because it started on a spot that's 2 tiles high. It's not going to get to full growth. That's odd. Is that harvestable? That one is. And that one is. Oh, we got muckroot sitting down in the bottom of the water already. Let's build these ladders straight down, because that wouldn't hurt to grab that food. Try not to stand in the water till you need to, alright guys? We don't want to freeze ourselves. Alright, yeah, there you go. There's the first mission. They grit their teeth and get real cold. It's great. It's hilarious. Alright, and now we're going to actually come down here and give a high priority cleanup with the muck down there. Wonderful. Okay. They don't take long down there, so it shouldn't wreck their temperature too thoroughly. We'll wait for this oxalate over here and this oxalate over here to dispel before we do anything about it. Oxygen not generated, that's fine, because oxygen's not included. Yeah, another athlete. Skill points. Your colony is exhausting its food supply. Yeah, well, sort of. 17 meals left. We're still good for quite a while on that. What are we going to set up here for stock? So we want the temperature generating things probably to be, the hot stuff to be over to one side and the, growing stuff on the other. That might be a good idea. Temperature down here is probably going to be okay, but there's going to be a lot of CO2 down there. How do we do this? Well, I think right here might be a nice spot. There's a lot of dirt. It might be a nice spot to dig out and make ourselves our farming location. So let's go ahead and give us some tiles. Rats along here. Probably leave that one out. That'll be a good start. And then we can dig out here. Let's dig this first. And you can also be removed. Okay, now, having said that, we have a new duplicate available. So this run-through, I'm going to be very picky with picking duplicates, if that makes sense. I don't want to be cranking out a bunch of them, probably looking at 6 to 7 of them in total. Dimensionally inept can't build, but good athletics and good all around everything else. 15 for decor expectations, not super terrible. Scaredy cat, athlete, and digging. And over here we got 4 athletics, 4 cooking, 4 tinkering. Well, we don't have a cook yet, do we? Maybe we do. Yeah, we do have a cook. I think probably we'll go with this character here. Looks like a fine choice to be a Jane Franklin. Excellent. And yeah, let's go ahead and print Jane Franklin. Jane is going to need a bed, so let's prioritize that right away because we never want them to not have a bed. Yeah, there's probably reasons you can get away without it, but I'm a big fan of feeling the, you know, I wouldn't like to live without a bed. I don't know about you, I wouldn't like to sleep on the floor too long. Dig, 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 dig. Alright, good job. So a lot of dig projects early on. Let's see our CO2 situation. Not an issue yet. Pardon me, but that's a big yet. It will get there for sure. So we need to for sure tend to that. A lot of cleaning up. Let's let them do that a little bit. Having the clutter here actually affects your decor, so if you click on decor, this is going to be an important issue, especially with all the increased issues that people are going to be able to have with different different decor problems. You see what's going on here? Decor, let me pause this for a second. Total decor of 2. Printing pot is giving a plus 30. The tiles underneath this space are giving a plus 3 tiles within proximity are giving a plus 15. So I guess 5 each. Then we've got debris minus 33, but 2 brand new things that are not previously in is David Thompson's clothing and Jane Franklin's clothing. David Thompson, where are you? You're right there. David Thompson has crappy clothes. And that's causing a negative decor issue to everybody around him. So they're all grubby and scrubby. That's quite fantastic. So yeah, clothing's a thing. You have to get a special plant to get doing that, and I don't know. Oh my gosh, this is quite the setup here. A lot of polluted O2 up there. Tons of polluted water on this side here. There it is, the thimble reed. That's really, really not cool that that's the only plant that we've got. Only 2 thimble reed. Oh boy. So this is the new plant, and it's going to actually be responsible for our fiber production. So we're going to have to figure that out a little bit. Dinner time for everybody, except for Jane apparently. She's not hungry maybe? Did she eat earlier? I don't know. Alright, so bedrooms, where are we going to put them? I think maybe put bedrooms up in here and put a dining room in here. So that'll be our thing. Let's do this. Keep it going and get some more buildings done. We're about 20 minutes in here, doing pretty good. Again, as always, the first season is, or first episode is usually pretty important to get a lot of the grunt work done. You gotta carve out your space. You gotta usually get a few new duplicates, and you spend most of your time just digging and cleaning up. That's at least how I do it. I like to kind of give ourselves a space first to deal with, and then get things like storage and then power production and so on going. We don't want to crack into any big CO2 pots at this point because right now we have good oxygen levels, and we're not needing to mess with that too much right now. A lot of sand for filtration filtration medium. putting in our flooring on the second level. I guess it's third level already. So that's where we're going to put in our food, our plants rather, and what's in here? Low concentration breathable gas oxygen. Good. Then I want to... Well, we don't really need a tile. Do we really need roofing, flooring, or roofing on it right away? No, not really. They dig so much up in this early stage that having a central storage thing to me seems like a great idea. What just became available? No. Alright. We have 8 seeds. We have mealwood seeds, we have blossom seeds, and we have briar seeds. Okay. So 6 mealwood seeds is going to produce a decent amount of stuff for us. Okay, so before we're done this episode here, I guess it's time to get in some power supplies. We're going to go ahead and do that probably over here. Let's do a couple of those. And then we'll put in 2 batteries. Oh, no, you know what? No, I want those up top, don't I? Yes, I do. Let's switch that. I want those to go above in here so we're not messing with our thermal conditions. That should be plenty of space right there, and we'll give them a good dig here. Dig. And like about, oh no, we might as well go over here and dig out this algae as well. And give it a 3 high space, and go ahead with, we're not going to put flooring on the top because we're going to want to replace this flooring with temperature regulating flooring. Dig. Put a ladder here for the time being, because I want to make sure that they can get across. Alright, priorities, 9s. Let's make sure those get all prioritized up. Good. Blup, 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 blup. And I think we're putting bedrooms here, and then heat power up here. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Growing things here, bedrooms, growing, bedrooms growing. Maybe we do bedrooms over here to keep them away from the heat. Plants over here to keep them off the heat line. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And then our bathroom probably can go down here under the storage. Yeah, sounds like a good plan. We are at the beginning of cycle 5, or 25 minutes or so into things here, so we got a little more time to work through. Alright, you guys are not digging the sands out. Yeah, dig from the top down. Good. Then the other sand drops on top of it, and it still adds it to the dig. Man. Okay, so up here we're going to build our power. We're going to plop in a couple manual generators in there. And we're going to give a little bit of a space. Actually, I guess these first 2 can be the spacing. First 1, first 2, first 3. And electrical wires. Now there is a new electrical wire, the high watt wires. You can have issues in part of this. One of these the things in this new patch is that you can have issues with things like pipes breaking and cords shorting out and all those fun behaviors. Pardon me. That's definitely something we're going to have to tend to. The power, of course, we want it to come across, and it'll probably go down the ladder. Yeah, let's run the cords right down the main line here. Alright, get her done. We got a lot of plant seeds over here. Blossom seeds, mealwood seeds, got some muckroot growing in there. That's great. That oxalate's still going. We have tons of algae, which makes me happy. Let's just tell you that right now. It makes me very happy to know that we've got some algae to tend to things properly. I don't like the idea of starting out early where you really have to rush to the higher tech oxygen generating because, you know, you run out or something. That's not cool. So there we go. Lots of batteries charged up. We'll put in our science labs. Probably, where do we want them? Maybe in the center here? We want things centralized, and I'm going to move the beds over here and make them proper bedrooms. in one of these spots, and then plants above or below. So, beds over here, growing things over here, research in here, and then we can expand that for later bedrooms, probably, and then put the foodstuffs right in here, the actual meal tables in there. Okay, so we want to really design well, because if you're gonna produce a game that actually lasts a while, it is very much a like a colony building sort of a game. So having the right plan ahead of time is going to make a world of difference for you. So again, this is the diggy giggy hole episode, I guess, because we're digging like mad. We have when you put the oxygen overlay, this has changed again. It used to say like breathable, toxic, and so on. But it's now a concentration of oxygen. So if I actually mouse over, there you go, polluted oxygen over here and hit F1, it's still showing breathable gas. It says very toxic over here. What do we got? See how this is oxygen sufficient concentration, although it actually is colored as high concentration, which is a little oddball. Low concentration, but it's oxygen. We're seeing an example. Polluted oxygen showing toxic, but still the very high concentration version of it. So it's take note of that. If you've played in previous versions, they have been changing, as this is very much still in alpha. They've been changing the overlays and messing with different things. I can't tell you whether this will be the final outcome either way or not. But I can tell you that's going to be the end of this episode. If you like the start we got going here, give us a thumbs up. If you want, again, the comments question I have for you today is, what's our theme for our characters in our village? And as always, do subscribe if you want to see more. I'll be putting these out in as quick succession as I can get them out for you. And I will see you, as always, in game.